It's not as terrible as I thought it was gonna be whenever they announced it was gonna look like a refrigerator. Maybe not. Alright guys, I was going to do separate unboxing videos for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, but I have them both here, so I might as well open them both. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just set this one to the side. Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox the Xbox first. So it looks like on the side here, there's just a couple peel stickers. And they are on there pretty good, but it doesn't look like it's ripping the cardboard. Okay, but they do have a little flap with an arrow on them. Oh, there's two more here. Now that looks like it did peel some almost like a clear coating that's on the cardboard. It did peel it up a little bit, so it did damage the box. A little bit on the bottom here, same with that one. A little bit of bubbling on the cardboard, which I don't love. Okay, we'll lay it down here. And then it opens up really nice like that. And we'll go ahead and turn it so you can see it. Okay, so it is presented in there really nice. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pull it out here. It is pretty heavy. It says, "Power your dreams." Okay, and that little sleeve can slide off there. You got a piece of tape up here on the foam. And I'll just peel it back. Pull the console out. Dun, dun, dun. It's actually not as big as I thought it was going to be. Let's take a look here. We have just an additional support, little pamphlet inside. Then it looks like this part of the box lifts out. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, and then we'll open this guy up. Maybe, you can see the box is stuck a little bit right there. Try not to damage it, but you know. Okay, so it comes with a HDMI cable. A couple phone pieces here. This looks like one of the new controllers. Okay, it's very light, doesn't have batteries in it. Same as last generation, it does take batteries, or you could buy a charger pack for it. It does have a little sticker here on the X for the Xbox symbol and the start button. But in general, I mean, it feels pretty much the same as the last generation. The triggers do feel a little bit nicer than the last generation. Joysticks are about the same. The D-pad is an improved D-pad, and it does give you a nice click to it. But the same kind of textured plastic here on the back. I mean, it feels kind of cheap, but it is an improvement on the last generation. And it does come with batteries. Okay, we got a little Xbox pamphlet in here. Power cable. And that's it. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the inputs on the back. We have two USB ports on the back. We have an Ethernet port. Looks like some storage expansion here. An HDMI out. and then the power cable. You'll notice that on this generation of Xbox, they don't have the HDMI in, HDMI out, like the last generation, so that you could watch your TV through your Xbox. Okay, and then another thing with the Xbox is on the bottom here, the stand is kind of built right into the Xbox. And it does have rubber around it so that it has some good footing. Also on the front here, you see your controller connection button, whatever you want to call it, the pairing button. Another USB port. You got your disk drive here. This is your eject button. And then the power button up here. Okay, so in general, this guy looks pretty nice. It's not as terrible as I thought it was gonna be whenever they announced it was gonna look like a refrigerator. Let's get to the PlayStation. All right, this big boy. It's a little bit bigger. Okay guys, one thing I noticed right off the bat is that this is a thinner kind of cardboard box here. So I'm assuming that this is kind of a skin over top of a more solid box. And then this is a sticker that you're not going to be able to really peel off. You're going to have to cut it open in order to get the box off. Okay, so once you slice that open, lifts up, and yeah, it looks like this inner box is a pain in the butt. So we'll lay it down and we'll pull it out this way. Maybe. There we go. I did rip the bottom of this a little bit. You can see that this is kind of really cheap right here. That's just a small little piece of cardboard attaching itself right there. So unfortunately, I do have a little bit of rip in the box. Okay, and then this is the main box, the structural box that's really holding it together. Okay, so they do make this a lot more complicated than the Xbox. I don't even know what to do to get this out. Okay, so this kind of fell out. So we'll take a look at those first. All right, you have your controller here. Much more robust feeling. You can tell already. I mean, it's definitely got more weight to it. A lot of that's due to the battery. The joysticks are nice. I think I like them better on the Xbox controller. I think the D-pad's probably nicer on the Xbox controller. I like the triggers a lot better on this controller. The buttons are about the same. Of course, you have your touchpad here in the middle that is clickable. Okay, now this controller does have some features. Over the Xbox controller for this generation, they added the haptic feedback instead of the motorized vibration. And then on top of that, they have the adaptive triggers. So in some first-person shooters and games like that, as you pull the trigger, it's actually gonna pulse with like the fire rate of your gun, which is pretty awesome. So I'll be taking a look at that in future videos. Got your power cable. Two pamphlets. You got a quick start guide and a safety guide, which is much thicker than I think a safety guide needs to be for a console. Some other stuff in this box. It looks like this is the stand here for the PlayStation because it's not built in like it is on the bottom of the Xbox. It is a weird looking stand. And then it also comes with another HDMI cable. And that's it in this little box. Okay, so let's pull out the console. It looks like we have some like egg carton type of packing here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take those off. And I'm not sure, I'm assuming it's this way. Doesn't look like there's any tape on this. And we'll pull it out here. Okay, so there is that big honking console. Obviously, it's a lot slimmer than the Xbox is, but it is a lot taller and a lot deeper, I guess. And it does have more of a futuristic look than the Xbox does. Okay, so let's lay it down. I think that's the way it's supposed to go. This here looks like it hooks to the back. Maybe not. I don't know why this turns. Nobody knows how this is supposed to work. Gotta look up the guide to see how it works. So it looks like you have to turn it like at the weird side angle in order to get this thing laying this way. It shows it hooking here. It says it wants you to put it right here where the little icons are. Okay, so you can put it there and lay it down. It's real chintzy. It doesn't actually clip to the console at all, and the console just kind of sits on it. I don't know. Okay, so either way, here's everything for it. We got a couple booklets, we got a power cable, an HDMI, and the controller. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the Xbox. We'll put them side by side and take a look at them. We'll get rid of all the cables and booklets. Okay, so there you have the two consoles side by side. Obviously, I have the PlayStation laying down right now. You can see the difference in controllers. The PS5 is a little bit bigger than the Xbox. Like I said, it has a little bit more weight to it. It does feel like it's a more quality build than the Xbox controller is, but we'll see how long they last. And then I'll go ahead and stand the PlayStation up just so you guys can see the size comparison between the two. Standing up, this is a perfect square, so I'm not gonna spin it, but I will spin this so you guys can see the size comparison between the two in this dimension. Okay, that's it for the unboxing. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little notifications bell so you know when I post a new video. Also, I stream over on Twitch at DocValentino, and I keep my schedule up to date over there, so go ahead and take a look at that. Follow me over there, and I'll see you on stream, or I'll see you in next week's video.
There's another guy though. Oh fuck, we're fucked.
Got him. Yeah!
Boys. You know it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Running circles around each other.
Yeah!
I heard them all around you.
Yeah! Good job, boys.